Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It's Blomus. Welcome to another NuubCast. We are here in the Zelnaga Caverns looking at a 1v1, a PvP between none other than me. Yes, it's Blomus in the red trunk spawning in the lower left-hand corner. In the upper right-hand corner, his opponent is Aziz, or Azizi. I'm going to go with Aziz. Don't ask me why, it's just personal preference. And it's been a couple days. Saturday, I think, was the last time I casted. It is now very, very late. I want to say it's Tuesday, but I could be wrong about that. Could be Monday. Well, it's probably... Let me check. Oh, yeah. It is very early Tuesday morning. So all day today was Monday, and I don't know. This is a game that, well, I don't want to give too much away at the beginning. This is so hard when it's very different when you're casting your own games versus casting other people's games. Particularly, this is a game that I just recently played. You remember, it wasn't too long ago where I was just crying over the ladder and just how bad I was doing, and I tell you what, I got a little bit of coaching, been practicing, and I think I'm getting better. I think I'm playing some better opponents. Most of the guys have been checking their profiles after I play, and most of my guys are in the top of their silver division, you know, like rank number 1, or they're in gold. So I think my work is paying off, and I might just be on the verge of getting out of the Silver League. Oh my goodness! But this is a PvP, and so here in the early game, not a whole lot to talk about. Getting the cyber down to 16, which I'm not even sure is correct. For some reason, I'm thinking it was 14, but it can't be 14. Couldn't possibly be 14. Yeah, and I have this guy. He was just in there scouting, and because it's so early in the game, usually, you know, you run your scout in early on, and particularly if you do the 9 scout, like I like to do. I like to send out the 9 scout, and he sees basically the gas, and he's only got 1 gas, so at least when I scouted him, he only had 1 gas, so that at that point didn't really say much. And when you're in the mirror matchup, you can't really scout until about 5 minutes. So I just, instead of bringing my guy back, which I usually do, I just parked him up here. Blue has scouted me also, and he knows basically what I knew about him. Now we're getting a cybernetic score. Uh-oh. Look out, Cybercore. Look out, he's getting a cybernetic score. He might be making some stalkers. Yeah, it's PvP, so that happens pretty much every game. My opponent is getting his 2nd and 3rd gateway. He's got his 2nd gas out. I want to look at income. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's ahead of me in harvesters. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that my macro completely went out the window in this game as far as making probes. And I'm pretty sure that I could sit here for a good amount of time and not make any probes. Which, okay, there's one. Whoa, there's one. And I'm getting a 3rd. I'm getting a RoboBay, okay. Getting that RoboBay, so I'm 2-gate Robo. I've been watching a lot of Tyler's streams, so I've been opening 2-gate Robo. He's got 3 gates. I wanted to see what he had, so I poked up. I didn't really get to see much. As I recall, I just got to see his guys kill me. I didn't even get to see his gates, so kind of a waste. But I do send. I'm getting this out so I can get that. Wow. See, now I don't even remember this game because I thought I got an observer first, but I didn't because I thought he was going to attack me. So I got the Immortal out, and Chicken, come again. Yeah, he's way ahead of me in harvesters now. Because I just have completely stopped making them. I can't believe it. I'm making like... Okay, I'm making them again. That's good. Alright, I started a 4th and then a 5th gateway. And then I got a peek... somehow I got a peek at his... No, I didn't. I was like, Earth this, I'm not getting a 5th, I'm getting a Robo Bay, and I'm going Colossus. And now I'm getting the Observer. I don't know what I was thinking. And I think that's part of my problem. I often don't have a strict game plan when I play, and therefore I don't know exactly what I know what I'm doing up to like 30 food, you know, like up to 16. I knew I was getting 3-gate Robo. That's exactly what I knew I was getting. After that, I didn't have a clue what I was going to do, and so that's pretty poor on my part. But so I got the Observer out so I could try and see what he was doing. He has his Observer coming out, so my Observer is going to get there just in time to probably get smote by by his guys. Oh, that's right. Yeah, we pass each other. His guys shoot at me. I actually see it, so I turn around and I see his Observer, so I'm going to chase his Observer down to my base. You can see me clicking feverishly trying to catch up, and because obviously my Observer could ever move faster than his Observer. No way. Yeah. And so this game has already broken like one of the first major rules of, you know, what I ask you guys to submit. I say, you know, I want you guys to submit games that have action by like 7-8 minutes, and here we are, 10 minutes. The only action has been them shooting at my Observer. My first Colossus is out. He has a much bigger force than me. Check out the army tab. He's got a 20 food advantage. He's got a 15 probe advantage, 14, and he's just generally ahead of me. And I'm parked out here. He's got more guys than me, and this is where my macro goes in the tank. Like, I started making probes again, so, you know, closing the gap. Yeah, now it's 13. No, it's 14 again. You know, but it's 20 plus food I'm down by, and he's got his... We both have forges up. He's getting to Twilight Council. He's starting to move guys down. He's going to pile on down here so we can warp guys in. His army is significantly bigger than mine. Significantly. I, however, have 2 Colossus. And a marvelous thing is about to happen. Yeah, and I'm food blocked. That's the marvelous thing. Here's the first exchange. I Guardian Shield, he Guardian Shields. Colossus come out. He is going to snipe one. I try and move one out. Now he is focusing on my Colossus, so my Stalkers are basically taking him out, but he does manage to get my other Colossus. But I'm warping in guys, and obviously he is also warping in guys because he's got a pylon right up here. But somehow, I am going to manage to hold this off. And oh yeah, it's because Mr. Colossus comes, and oh, he kills all my guys. Oh yeah, remember that? Remember when he killed? Remember that time he killed all your guys? Well, there it was. So I don't know how he's got vision. Oh, his Observer passed by. So, okay, I barely hold that off. Barely. In fact, I didn't really hold it off. He stopped attacking. Although, I have to think I would have held it off. And so he goes up, he gets his expansion. He's getting out some Immortals. Still no upgrades for either one of us yet, though I'm waiting for that to happen. I'm pretty sure I get on the upgrade ball. See, now when you're playing, and this is the good thing about looking at your own replay, and this is part of why I'm doing this. When you're playing, I knew while I was playing, I knew that, and I just went up and killed this pylon. I didn't show you that, sorry. I knew that my macro was bad. For certain, I knew. While I was playing, I was like, my macro's crap, I'm not making enough guys, I'm not making enough probes, I'm not keeping up with my unit production, you know, all stuff that I know. Like, I'm realizing it as it happens, you know what I'm saying? But there's certain things that you don't know, you don't notice. Like, I thought that that battle that we just watched, I thought that went much differently than it actually went, because I felt like I did really well in that battle. In fact, I lost every single one of my units that were out there at the time, but I was able to... What am I listening to? Breaking down his own cyber core. That is a mistake. Oh, okay, he walled in. Got it. Got it. I didn't realize that at the beginning. Alright, so, and here we are again, and he's got a huge food advantage. Let's check the income again. He's got so many more probes than me. I don't really, you know, he's just ahead of me. I'm not able to transfer as many probes because I don't have as many probes. I got some of my probes just like hanging out. His observer is going to see my entire army. He's probably looking at this and licking his chops. He's got the immortals out. In my opinion, I think the only thing that's wrong with what this guy is doing right now is he's probably getting too many stalkers. Maybe. I'm starting to catch up a little bit. Probes. And I'm going a little bit more zealot. I guess not yet. Well, let's see what happens, I guess. I got my thermal lance. One of my problems is I've got an expansion out and I haven't made any more gateways. That's one thing you got to remember. When you expand, you have to get your production facilities up. Although, however, the problem is I don't have enough probes, so I don't have enough money to do that. He's getting blink. I have level 1 attack and I'm getting level 1 armor at the moment. I have yet a 4th Colossus. Yep, 4 Colossus out in the field. He sees my army. I move up. I see he's taking a 3rd. So my response is not to get a 3rd, but to get more production facilities because I finally had the money for it. And this guy just has a huge lead right now. Oh, I've closed the gap. I've closed the gap, and I've closed it with Colossus. That is basically, I'm saying the whole time I knew he was ahead. Like, you know, and sometimes you know these things. You're just like, oh man, I know. I'm getting the Twilight Council so I can continue to get upgrades. Getting a 5th Colossus out, going up to destroy the rocks so I can take a 3rd. I have my observer now up at his base so that I can see when he moves out, see his probe transfer going down, and he sees me start to move out because he's got my observer. He's got his observer down here in my base. So I go up, take the tower. He sees me start to move, and I'm pretty sure he is about to move out right about now. Yep. And do I get these guys warping in yet? Hello? Warp these? Okay, so he's gonna go take his rocks. Let's go. I'm gonna go up here and do... Oh, I send... I want to make sure there's no sneaky expansion, so I send probes out to the other 2 sides. I start to put my 3rd down. I do open up these warp gates. I'm just starting charge. His charge is well done. I see his army coming. I want to run away because I don't think I have enough units to take him. I warp in a bunch of zealots, and they go right to the front. And look at his zealots aren't even engaging. I don't know what is going on, but just bad micro on his part. And I am going to chase his army all the way back home, pretty much. Wee, 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 all the way home. He's going to turn around. He is going to engage. He's going to try and separate my army, but I do have the Colossus out here, which have the extended range, and so they are doing their duty. And if you look at the food, now I am the one who has the 20 food advantage. That is a huge swing. That is a 40 food swing, and unheard of outside of the Silver League. Unheard of outside of the Silver League. And I can't even explain to you how it happened. I'm guessing it was just he didn't have some of his units engaged. I had Colossus against mostly gateway units. He only had two Immortals, and really didn't have anything to go up against my Colossus. So I got more Zealots, warp them in, send them up first, because that's what Zealots are for. And this is pretty much going to be the end of the game. Now that I've casted it, I don't even know, I don't even feel like I should post it, because I don't even think it was that good of a game. Oh boy, it felt good. It felt good. I'm not sure if that's important enough. But now he's trying to catch up. See, here is, I'll give you this piece of advice. If you see your buddy going Colossus, and he's already got like 2 or 3 Colossus out, don't start going Colossus. Do something else. Get Phoenix, Void Rays, go a ton of Immortals, do anything but try and pick up, get High Templar if you want. Do anything but try and catch up in the same tech, because you're not going to do it. The other thing I had was I was 2-1 and he was not 2-1. He was, I thought he did have some, but I guess not. He had no upgrades. So that was that. Yeah! This may or may not get posted. Keep climbing that ladder.